Hi everyone, I will be quick. I know it's lunchtime and everybody's stomachs are probably rumbling, but I would like to introduce and launch the hopefully nearly final stage of the South East Scotland Archaeological Research Framework. So I was last here 2 years ago talking about the SESARF project when we launched the first chapters that went online. And I'm pleased to be here today to finally launch hopefully the final chapters of the SESARF new resource on the SCARF website. So for those of you who don't know, the Scottish Archaeological Research Framework project is a Society of Antiquaries of Scotland project, and it's been going since around 2010. We're primarily funded by Historic Environment Scotland, and our website provides a summary of what we know about the archaeology of Scotland, and also a series of research questions about future research priorities and questions. The main focus of our project for the past 5 years or so has been the development of a series of regional research frameworks, which are being built up to add nuance, more detail to the national picture that was originally created back in 2012. And the map here shows the regions that we are currently splitting Scotland into, so 9 different regions. We're currently making progress across Scotland, so we have already online the Argyll and Bute, the RAFA framework, the Highlands framework, Perth and Kinross framework, and we're currently also adding pages as we speak for the Scotland's Islands Research Framework as well to the website, as well as the southeast of Scotland. We've got 2 more projects which are ongoing in the Clyde Valley and the southwest of Scotland, and we recently heard that we've received funding to start work on the northeast of Scotland. So the only one left at the moment is the Forth Valley and Fife framework that we're currently working on securing funding for, but hopefully in the next year we might hear more about funding for that project as well. So 2 years ago we launched the first few chapters of SESARF here, with chapters on landscape and environment, Paleolithic and Mesolithic, and the early medieval period all going live, as well as some case studies. And since then, a number of experts, many of whom are in the audience today, have been working on our remaining chapters, focusing on the remaining prehistoric chapters, and also on the medieval to modern period. And we had Dr. Bess Rhodes, who's in the audience, who was engaged to look particularly at the medieval and modern chapters for us. Some of you here will have come along to our event we held in Edinburgh back in March, which very much discussed the proposed research questions and themes for these later periods. So today we're launching the remaining chapters. They all went live on our website yesterday, so they should all be accessible. So we have chapters on the Neolithic, the Chalcolithic and Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and the Roman period. We're still waiting on a bit of final content for some of the chapters, particularly the Chalcolithic and Bronze Age chapter, but we will be adding this as soon as we receive it. And then we also have chapters for the medieval, the post-medieval, and the modern periods, as well as a number of new case studies, and a few more which are also being written for us as well as we speak, and we'll get those up as soon as possible. What I would say is all these chapters are still works in progress in a way. Due to the timescale, we haven't had enough chance really to properly put these out for consultation. So some of the chapters, the medieval, post-medieval, Roman chapters, have been on our website for a while as downloadable Word documents, but not everything else has been available for consultation. So we are still open to new ideas, and I'm just going to talk more about that as well in a second. But before I do, I want to thank very much all of our major contributors and authors to the SESARF framework. So for the landscape and environment chapters, to Christian Peterson and Alex Brown, to Rob Engel for Paleolithic and Mesolithic chapters, Alison Sheridan, who's been working on our Neolithic and Chalcolithic and Bronze Age chapters, Andy Heald for Iron Age, John Reed and Stuart Campbell, who we heard from earlier, who wrote the Roman chapter for us, Adrian Maldonado for his work on the early medieval, and Bess Rhodes for the medieval, post-medieval, and through to the modern. And also to everyone, many of you in the audience who did come to our workshops throughout the SESARF project, and particularly the one we held in March earlier this year. So one of the things I want to share with you today, as I said, this is very much not the finished project. We've been trialling this new way of commenting and contributing to our SCARF frameworks with our Southwest project already, but we don't want any chapter to remain the same. We want to keep adding new information, new references, new links to excavation reports, updated research questions. So do not think of SESOF as the finished article. As I said, for quite a few of the chapters we've launched today, we haven't had time for sufficient consultation as much as we would like, so we're still seeing these very much as draft. So over the next few months, we'll be encouraging people to go onto our website and to start commenting on these new chapters directly using our new comment function. So we have full instructions on our website how to do this, a great big long page with illustrated instructions of how to do this, which you can find under About SCARF and commenting on the website. And you can also find the link directly on our homepage as well, so Contribute to SCARF, which then gives you details how to register for an account and how to log in. Once you are registered and logged into the site, whenever you are looking at a page, so any of the SESOF pages you go to now, if you see a paragraph you're interested in commenting on, you can hover at the side of the paragraph, and where you see the big red circle, the little comment box, little black box in the middle will pop up. And if you would like to make a comment or add something, or maybe a reference or a new site or a research question, you can click on that little comment box, that little comment icon, and a wee box will pop up like that, where you can then type in your comments or thought or idea or something that's missing from the research framework as we have it at the moment. You click post comment, and then the comment will come through to the SCARF team. It will not go live automatically, so there is not a way for anybody to add loads of random stuff to our website. It'll come back to the SCARF team, where it'll be properly reviewed, and then in due course will be then added to the website, either added to the text or added as a reference or a case study or something else as well. So we've been trialling this already with the early chapters for the Southwest project, and that seems to be really successful. We've had quite a lot of feedback that way, more than we've had by just putting up Word documents for people to download and comment on. And we very much would like to encourage all of you here to go and start looking at the SCARF website, and over the next few weeks, commenting and sending us your ideas. We're also available, obviously, by our usual channels of just sending us an email if you'd prefer to do it that way as well. So I won't keep you any longer from lunch. I want to do a very final thank you to the many people who've been working on the SESOF project over the years and working together on its creation. Getting everyone in a room together, again, as I often say, is often as important, or more important sometimes than the final project. Yeah, it's been a journey. So I'd like to say a final thank you to everybody who's been involved, from Wessex Archaeology, who started work on the project, all the authors, especially everyone I've mentioned today, and other contributors, people who have spent time to send us their thoughts already. And I'd like to thank our main funders, Historic Environment Scotland, and particularly the local archaeologists, so Andy, Steph, John, Keith, Helena, who's maybe not here today. But thank you very much for all your work on the project as well. And just personally thank Jen Allison, who's up there, and Emily Johnston, who's been working very long hours over the past couple of weeks to get all of the information and all the chapters and questions on the website in time for the launch today. So I hope you all have a chance to take a look at this new resource over the next few weeks. Please comment on the frameworks, and if you have anything or any questions, please get in touch with me or the rest of the SCARF team, as our details are up there. So thank you very much.